is a massive ask, requiring Herculean tasks, 3 of truly epic proportion, the definition of exhaustion, and mental tests of strength. To push on swimming every length, to keep on cycling every mile, to pound the road, yet all the while every muscle screams for rest. That dark place is the real test of character and inner steel. And like the spinning cycle's wheel, the doubts will churn inside the head, every weakness gently fed by demons that you've never met. Fatigued and battered down, and yet he pushed all that fear aside. Fully exposed, nowhere to hide, battling tiredness, begging rest. Just Fran versus the test. But this guy isn't like you and me. When he finds the wall that we would be unable to scale, he just doesn't comprehend fail. Each test was just another thing. Like Fashanu coming up that wing, he hit it hard in every mile. The swimming may have lacked some style, but he nailed it. Got out of the water, onto the bike for further slaughter of his mental powers. Cycling for 7 hours. That was the rest before the run. The test had only just begun, and every day the same again. Lengths and miles of constant pain. So where was this obsession born? The drive to engage every dawn and travel to the darkest places. Perhaps inspired by the missing faces of those no longer here to see, that he met in hospices, and we all have tales of loved ones lost, that life has cruelly tossed aside without explanation, leaving us bitter with frustration that turns to anger if uncontrolled. Grieving parents can't be consoled, but they can do something to help others. They can think of future fathers and mothers. And this is what drives Team Fran. That dark place is where it all began, and this man has turned on the lights. He's inspired us with his mental fights. The sacrifices he has made outshine all the games he played. When football stopped, he didn't fade away. He reminded us the Southampton way is the team comes first, give your all. And if in doubt, give Matt the ball. But challenges can take their toll. Sometimes it's an elusive goal. Angels on his shoulders every mile, but his thank you waves and smile betrayed the damage done inside, the struggle that he tried to hide. So on day 5 of this final test, Franny broke, starved of rest. So that was it. The challenge halted. He was stable, but his horse had bolted, and as he rested, like the doctor said, the disappointment filled his head. But he'd forgotten how it all began, how he'd inspired the team of Fran. So where he laid the baton down in the dark and pain of Farnborough town, the team, they picked it up and ran and swam and cycled, all for Fran. Because their leader had lit a fire. It started small, the flames licked higher, and the challenge that he created continued, glorious, unabated. The peloton was like a train, non-runners running through the pain, and like a hero from the bed in which he'd lain, he rose and swam the pool again, looking tired but smiling still, pretending that he wasn't ill. And the tenors gently trickled in. Others could see what we had seen. They recognised this special man as he cycled, swam and ran. The team had taken up the slack. Now fired up with their leader back, the donations gathered pace. It was no longer just a race, but a target that must be met. His biggest challenge yet, and a triumph it would be, an injury time victory in the city where it began, with a homecoming for Fran that banished all the pain, all the tears in the rain, the 5 years of slog, the lonely miles in winter fog, and every challenge tougher. With age the road got rougher, the path to 1,000,000 steeper, the muscle massage deeper, up and down the dales, toes with missing nails, the crushing medical advice that halted Franny twice, all those bitter ice bath nights, Kelly tweaking muscles tight, the worry that they'd torn, Bill on the transit horn, drivers jumping lights so red impolite words were said, swimming like doggy paddle, bike oil on his saddle. But every struggle of all those years was drowned out by the Guildhall cheers, and the target, that massive ask, was shattered, met and passed. But never doubt the pain it took. His medical notes would fill a book. Close up I've seen how hard he's fought, so I don't say lightly without a thought. And he's so nice he'll hate this bit, so I'll say it quick. This is it. Genuine modesty flows through Fran like the Itchen runs through this land. He's one of the greats this city's known. Francis Benali, he's one of our own.